Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hi, my name is Mike from Easy Quotes. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Perfect. We were just calling you to let you know about a quick and free consultation for a solar program that can reduce your monthly electricity bill by up to 95%. You might be interested to see how much you could be saving, right?
Right.
Do you rent or own your home?
Own.
I'd say, what type of home do you have? Is it a single family, a townhome, a condo, or do you have two or more units?
Single family home.
All right. What is your zip code?
90813.
Okay. Can you verify the spelling of your first name and last name, please? Great, thanks. What is your physical address, city, and state, please?
Cherry Avenue.
All right. That's all for me. One of our local agents from Solar Company will call you back within the next 24 or 48 hours to provide you information on solar. Is that okay? All right. Is this the best callback number that I'm calling right now? Okay. You can save a lot of money on getting updated quotes in your home insurance or a renter insurance. If we could get you a better deal than what you currently have, would you consider it as an option? All right?
Okay.
Okay. What will happen next is you will be called back by an insurance rate specialist who will help you save some money on your home insurance. Is that okay? All right. What is the name of your current home insurance?
Progressive.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time today. Have a great day.
That was a robot, just in case you were wondering. Though a cleverly programmed one, it definitely fooled me for the first few seconds anyway. It is strange that it does both solar and home insurance leads, but I guess if you have a potential client on the phone for one, might as well pitch him the other one, right? The robot does mention the name EasyQuote, and there is actually a company named EasyQuote that does business with the solar industry, and their main emphasis seems to be AI-driven solutions. Their pricing page even mentions that they can help you generate leads, so I mean, that's a pretty clear indicator, but at the same time, there's no way that a company willingly violating the do not call list to robodial me would use their real name in it, right? Like, come on, that's amateur hour shit right there. Anyway, the next day, I get a phone call. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Lindsay.
Yes?
Hey, Lindsay, this is Mike with Farmers Insurance. Just calling you, getting back to you regarding your request for homeowners insurance over here at Cherry Avenue.
Right.
Yes. I tried to call you yesterday, but I guess I wasn't able to get through. What's got you looking for coverage today, Lindsay?
It's just getting more expensive. I guess from what I've heard, because I didn't really look into it too deeply, because there are so many wildfires in California, they kind of punish everybody. So even though Long Beach is not like in a wildfire area, just because houses in Northern California are burning up, everybody's rates go up. And it's like, that's not fair. And so why don't we shop around? But I don't really care to go to like every single insurance company and go through because it's a process to get a quote, man. What is your house made of? How old is it? How many bedrooms? What is
Right.
It's just like I don't want to deal with this, man. So if someone else can do that for me, that'd be great.
Yeah, who are you insured with right now?
Progressive.
Oh, okay. Are they non-renewing you, or is it just a matter of price?
It's just a matter of price. They did renew, but they jumped it quite significantly. So I'm like, well, if this is the new price, I guess this is it. Everything's getting more expensive. But if I can get it cheaper,
Yeah.
I don't mind jumping.
Well, I tell you what's going on. So what's going on is partly is the wildfire situation, but the other side of the coin that a lot of people don't talk about is that after COVID, all of the insurance companies applied for a rate increase, and all of the insurance companies were approved for that rate increase.
Right.
So all the news media is talking about the wildfire and how that's caused havoc on the insurance industry, and that's true. But the other side of the coin is that they all have received a rate increase, and so that's partly the reason why you're receiving higher rates. How long have you been at this property?
About 5 years.
About 5 years, okay. And is it a single-family residence or is it a multi-family residence?
Single family.
Okay. I see here it's about 4,800 square feet.
I like big houses, man, which means it's more expensive to insure.
Yeah.
It's not a
Exactly.
mansion. It's not a Beverly Hills mansion, but yeah, that's the
Yeah.
downside.
3-bedroom, 3 baths. Do you know if the roof has been changed in the last 20 or 30 years?
I want to say the previous owners did it like 10 years ago. I can look at their notes, but something like that.
Okay, perfect. What about the any plumbing? Has that been repiped in the last 20 years?
No, I've had any problems with it, but it hasn't been redone.
Okay. Do you know what type of piping, what type of plumbing it has?
It would just be copper, wouldn't it? Don't most houses have copper, or is it Pyvex?
Well, now so the newer ones have copper, but the older ones probably have PVC piping, another type of metal piping.
Wait, I thought PVC was like the standard. Like that's what we're doing today. If they were building a new house today, they'd use PVC. Is that not it's copper?
They're doing copper now, and so just wanted to make sure if that's been changed.
I thought it was backwards. I thought copper was back in the day, and then like in the 90s they switched to PVC, and now everything's PVC pipe. But
well, so the other one used to be another type of metal. I forget the name of it, but that's the type of metal that you're trying to get away from.
Yeah.
No worries. Have you had any claims on the property in the last 5 years?
No.
No? Okay. And I do see here that it's got 2 small garages. Tell me about that.
That's just how the house was built. I'm not sure why they did that. So one is for cars and one is just like for storage of tools and stuff. I thought about making it like I don't know how to say studio, like a place to like build stuff for funsies, but I just never have the time to,
No worries. And how quickly do you need something? Or the better question is, if you found something that was more reasonable, how quickly can you make a move and get the coverage?
I mean, immediately, whenever I don't think there's like waiting periods and stuff, right? They'll sign you up right away, presumably.
Yeah, there's no waiting periods, but sometimes people have a certain time frame that they want to work through.
No, it's whenever is fine.
Okay. And can you confirm your email address for me?
It's just my first name, last name, 56@gmail.com.
Okay, because I have a different email here that I need address. I have a Falitov80.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. That's the request that we have.
Where'd the request even come from?
Cool. So you must have gone on some website. It's called Hometown Quotes. I don't know if maybe you visited that, or maybe you submitted a request for a quote through a company. It's just it's given to a bunch of us as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've been shopping around, but I do distinctly remember getting a call inbound, like they called me, and I swear it was a robot. It sounded very human though. It was like, "Can you confirm your address, please?" And I'm like, "Is this AI? Am I?"
Yeah.
But
it probably is AI.
It was definitely a robot. And I gave it.
The good thing is that I'm not AI. I'm a real life person.
I can tell you're a live person, but that definitely was a robot. It tripped me up though. I'm like, it sounds so human. I was gonna ask, what is 2 + 2, just to see what it does.
Yep, that's true. Lindsay, what's your date of birth? And is there anybody else that's gonna go on the policy? Spouse, child?
I've generally always just done it myself. Are you supposed to do it joint? If you have like a husband, are you supposed to have both names on it?
Not unless you both are on the title of the house. If you both are on the title, then I would recommend that you both go on the policy. Otherwise, you can do it however you want. Okay, let me do this. Let me go back to, I work with Farmers Insurance primarily.
Right.
However, Farmers has their guidelines that we got to work through. If I can't find coverage through Farmers, I'll definitely take a look at other options outside of Farmers and send you over a proposal. Take a look at it, review it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, you let me know how you want to proceed.
So how do I know that calls number 1 and 2 are related? Well, the fact that the addresses match is a pretty good indicator. But more importantly, this is the first and only time I've received a solicitation for homeowners insurance on this channel. I've gotten calls about car insurance, health insurance, and we know that life insurance is my bread and butter on this channel. I mean, look at this list of final expense agents and companies. I've even gotten calls about home improvement projects or getting a home warranty. But for specifically homeowners insurance, this is the one and only time. So what are the odds that I get a robocall trying to sell me a homeowners insurance policy, and the next day I get a phone call from Mike with Farmers Insurance trying to sell me a homeowners insurance policy? We went over this with the Michael Macwood calls. Yes, it wasn't a transfer, so I can't guarantee these calls are related, but either they are related or this is the biggest coincidence in the history of mankind. I'm pretty sure it's the former, but I'm willing to entertain the latter. You also heard Mike name drop Hometown Quotes, and they are indeed a lead generator for insurance agents. Specifically, they focus on auto, homeowners, life, and renters insurance quotes. Now, I don't know if he brought this up because this is specifically where he got my lead, or this just happens to be his lead generator of choice, and that's who he name dropped. He also mentions the possibility that a form was filled out, but again, I don't know if that's just generally how he gets his leads, so that's what he's saying that, or there actually was a form filled out for me. The fact that the email address is wrong might be a clue, but I don't really know what to make of that. Now, for the house itself, I knew nothing about it. I just picked an address at random. I had no idea the square footage, how many bedrooms and bathrooms, the fact that it has 2 garages, so I was just making shit up as I went along. It turns out that the house I selected may be a duplex. Again, I don't know for sure. I don't live there. I don't live anywhere near there. I don't know the people that live there. But whatever records Mike looked at indicate that it's a duplex and not a single family home. And so a couple hours later, he called me back to ask me about that. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Lindsay.
Yes?
Hey, Lindsay, this is Mike with Farmers Insurance. We spoke earlier today about your home insurance.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I wanted to confirm something. So I pulled up your address on Google, and it's showing as a multi-family. And I think you mentioned there was a single family. Can you confirm that for me?
Yeah, it's single family. Why, how does Google tell you what, like, on Google Maps or
Yeah, Google Maps.
Google Maps tells you whether a house is single or multifamily?
Well, you could the way it's structured, and then you can look at Redfin, and you can look at different websites that confirm that. So it's coming up as multifamily. Can you confirm the address that you were trying to insure? Yeah, it's coming up as multifamily, so that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah. Okay, then let me go back to the drawing board, see if I can. What I'll do is I'll go to the assessor's office and confirm that with them.
After this, he did try calling several more times, but I just ignored his calls. I assumed that he was just calling to chew me out for lying to him about the home being a single family home when in reality it probably is a duplex or multifamily home. But also, there really is no need to talk to him anymore. I already have his name, who he works for, and a callback number. That's all I need to figure out who he is and name and shame him anyway. 2 days later, he texts me. Hi, Lindsay, this is Mike Garcia again reaching out regarding your insurance needs. I tried to reach out a couple of times. I hate to be a pest. Just let me know if you have the time to speak soon or if your insurance needs have changed. Thank you. 1 week later, hi, Lindsay, this is Mike Garcia again checking in to see if you still need help with a new insurance policy. It's okay if things have changed and you're no longer interested. Please let me know where you stand as I'd hate to keep bothering you. You gotta admire the guy. And 3 days later, hi Lindsay, hope all is well. I just wanted to check and see if you had a chance to review and decide on the insurance quote I sent you, Mike. Now, I never received an insurance quote from this individual. I have to imagine he probably misspelled my first and or last name because I did dictate to him the correct email address, but he never confirmed the spelling of my name. So it was probably misspelled by whoever entered it into whatever lead generation service he actually got my lead from. And that was the last time I heard from Mike. I really want to know how much he paid for my high quality lead. All right, so who is this guy? Well, the callback number is 818-453-8356. And if you Google that, you get Albert Martinez. He is indeed with Farmers Insurance, but this isn't Mike Garcia. But let's look into it anyway. As you can see, Albert Martinez with Farmers Insurance, but if you zoom in to the smaller print under his name, we see Martinez Agency Incorporated. Albert Martinez is not an employee of Farmers Insurance. He is an insurance broker that just happens to sling Farmers Insurance. And so he's appointed with them, and I'm sure they pay him a nice commission for signing up with them, but he's not their direct employee. He is not their representative, if that makes sense. So if we look up Martinez Agency Incorporated, we get this website, which is also the second result in the Google search. They are your trusted insurance agency in California. So far, this has all been about some Martinez guy, but if you go to company, meet our team, oh look, there he is, Mike Garcia. Now, the only thing I don't know is if Mike himself hired a lead generator to bring him leads, even though he works for an agency, which is what I've seen many times before, or if the agency itself hired the lead generator and he just happens to be the agent that my lead was assigned to. I also still don't know who the lead generator was. The robot said easy quotes. These guys said hometown quotes. Hometown Quotes claims they are TCPA compliant, but if it really was this lead generator, then they very clearly are not. Unfortunately, I did not submit a request for comment to this agency. I just didn't get around to it, and as you can see, this was last year in late November, early December. However, if you recall, I did tell Mike about receiving a very sketchy robocall that led me to him, and all he could muster was, well, I'm real. So I don't think they really care, but to be transparent, I did not reach out to them with a request for comment.